Hello, it's Dorian.
Dorian.
In case you didn't know, currently I'm part of a build contest with Brickable Bricks, Legoman 360 and BlazeTM, and we made alternate builds for the new battle pack, adding another set each round. The winner of each round is determined by the audience by vote, but more on that later. This is round 4 of our build contest.
I knew I'd make it past round 4.
And the challenge we agreed on was to make a gunship or dropship out of 4 of the new battle packs. Also, big thanks to Brickable Bricks for coming up with the initial idea to make this alternate build contest. Thank you. But now, let's have a look at my build. 4 battle packs dropship, the 501st Legion Air Marauder. This ship has space for all 16 minifigs from the sets, so nobody's left behind. 4 heavy troopers on each side ready for being dropped into battle, 4 specialists at the top for securing the landings and clearing the area, 2 officers on each side and 2 officers in the cockpit piloting the ship. The ship is conveniently divided into 3 areas, the cockpit fully enclosed, the middle section with all the troops and the rear with the engines and the shooter dart weapon system. The engines can be adjusted to different positions, and underneath I added these support hinges to hold them in place. The middle section or troop section of the ship is in the middle of the ship where all the troops are located. This part is in the middle of the ship and it's full of troops. Many troops can be transported in the middle section and there's enough space for a lot of troopers. Also, I'm really proud of how many minifigs can fit in the ship, especially in the middle part where a lot of troopers can... It's 4 battle packs, but still not enough plates and stuff to build an enclosed cabin for all the troops, so I'm glad I found a way to use the 1x2 plate with bar to make the heavy troopers grab the bar, and I think it looks appropriate for a dropship, almost very dropshippy. With some adjustments of the minifig arms, they are at ground level with the bottom of the ship. It takes some time and practice to attach the heavy troopers to the ship, and it is not as quick to drop them off as I would prefer. With the specialists it's faster, but there's not that much space for a comfy sniper position, and some adjustments are necessary to Tetris all of them in place, and sometimes the connection is questionable, so one of them falls out, at least in my case. Without the troopers you can fold these elements down, and this is where I was able to hide all these long red Technic axles.
Wonderful!
They're a bit too long and bending the ship slightly, so the connection is illegal, but it's not too bad and doesn't matter for the stability of the ship. Between cockpit and middle section I added these hinges to place an officer on each side, and they can be folded up and down too.
Wonderful!
The whole cockpit front comes forward for easy access, and inside the cockpit are 2 seats for the pilots and 4 free clips for small blasters. I've tried to make the front look like the Imperial Marauder, but it looks more like an angry night owl or something. However, I liked the name Air Marauder, and 501st Legion Dropship is a name I've used already, so... I've included 24 of the spare pieces from the sets, and some of them are more important, like these dark bluish grey bar 2L with stop ring, and some of them are for design only, like these 1x1 tiles or the exhaust pipes at the rear. You can use the spring-loaded shooters in both directions, but it's more fun without the minifigs, and I have included them because of my holy religion to include all pieces of a set when making alternate builds, but I think you could improve the design by leaving them off and build the rear like so, for example. The ship is sturdy enough, but the hanging troopers might make it difficult to grab and swoosh it around. For me it works best to hold it at the rear like this. In terms of stability, the most sensitive parts are these wedge plates at the sides, could be improved with a 1x2 plate on the inside, and the connection to the engines isn't very strong and too easy to knock off. Yeah, that's it. I really hope you like it, and build instructions for the Air Marauder can be found on my website dorianbricktron.com, link below. As mentioned, this build is part of a contest, and there's 3 other builds by my fellow competitors. Check out their channels in the contest playlist in the video description, and follow the link to Brickable Bricks community tab to vote your favorite build of round 4. Thank you for watching, and here's a time lapse of the digital build process and some renders.